Hi and welcome to this video. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Hi and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a cozy reading vlog because I feel like I haven't done a reading vlog in so long and I'm really ready to start filming again. So this video is going to be full of cozy books, cozy activities and some reorganization as well. I haven't filmed a video in about a month now. I'm currently editing the Paris vlogs, which I'm really happy about, but I haven't filmed since I went to Paris because I've been just so busy with university, especially with writing my thesis. I'm really happy that I'm filming again. I've really missed it, but sometimes university is just so busy and it kind of takes priority right now. So yesterday I handed in a deadline, so I thought let's film just the day after. I'm currently reading House Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones and I'm about 82 pages in. House Moving Castle is about Sophie, who is a hat maker, and one day she gets a visit by the Witch of the Waste, which is kind of this feared witch in her city, and the witch turns her into an old lady, but Sophie doesn't know why or how to break that spell. So she kind of has nothing to lose and she goes on an adventure and she goes to Howl. Now Howl's also kind of feared in the city. His castle just pops up everywhere and people don't know where it's going to be or what's inside, and it is said that Howl is known for capturing women and kind of taking their souls. So Howl has kind of a scary reputation going on, but Sophie is now an old lady and she just doesn't care. She has this newfound perspective on life and she is the only one who can deal with Howl and his companions. It's a very cute, it's kind of found family, I would say. I mean, the characters get quite close to each other and it's just a cozy, fun story. So I'm really happy that I'm reading this. It brings me all the coziness that I need. I'm currently packing presents because we don't celebrate Christmas with presents. We celebrate a Dutch holiday with presents. So I'm currently packing a gift for my brother's girlfriend. I think I have all my presents except for my sister's present because I'm giving her a Lord of the Rings keychain and it's still coming in the mail. So I'm still waiting on that, but all the other presents are present. I'm thinking of wrapping a bow around everything. I just need to find if I have like the right string for that. But I usually like to do something extra with my presents. For now, at least it is packed. So I'm gonna continue packing. I also have a little book haul because Amazon was having a big sale. A book that has been on my wish list for a very long time was on sale for like 74% less. I just felt like it was the perfect time to get it. So here I have the package. These are the books that I ordered. Let's open this. It is the Penguin Book of Christmas Stories, edited by Jessica Harrison. So this is a collection of Christmas stories, but the stories are only a couple of pages long, so they can't really be published on their own. So they are compiled into this book. So it has authors like Dostoevsky, Chekhov, Ray Bradbury, Shirley Jackson, and Angela Carter, which is an author that I read last month, I believe. So this book has a lot of stories by really famous authors. So I was really interested in reading this. I think it's perfect for Christmas. I also love the way this looks. It really feels like the cloth-bound classic. I'm not sure if this is a cloth-bound classic, but it really feels that way. It has the same material, and I just love the design. It looks so pretty. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is part of the official cloth-bound classic collection. It is published by Penguin Classics, so it might be. It doesn't say that anywhere. So I'm definitely going to be reading this or part of this this year at Christmas. Okay, the next book that I got is The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I really don't know how to pronounce this. Jeffrey Eugenides is my guess. I don't know. This has been very popular on BookTok. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. A lot of popular BookTok books are not really my thing, but this sounds more like a contemporary book. It's not a romance, it's not a fantasy, so I really wanted to give it a shot. And this was also on sale for like 50% less, I believe. I've been hearing a lot of great things about it. It is a quite dark book. It's quite heavy. It deals with a lot of difficult topics, so you really need to be in the right headspace to read this. I heard it was kind of compared to The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, which was a book that I loved, so I'm really interested in this one. Again, I love the cover. I feel like it's quite simplistic, but the colors just really work together. I've never really seen this before on a book cover, so I'm really happy that I got it. So these were the two books that I got on the Amazon sale. I have a new monitor to set up because my old monitor broke down. It was already quite old and secondhand, so it was only a matter of time until it was going to break down, but now it has. So I got another monitor. It's also secondhand, but I really need one for studying. Just with the books and the lectures and your own notes, it's really more easy to have a monitor. So I'm going to install that monitor right now. I have no clue how to do that, so we're going to figure that one out together. I really hope it works. I haven't tested it yet. So let's set up my desk before we go study. I will take you guys along with me because I have no idea how this works. So let's try it. Okay, I've now set up my computer screen and I believe it's working great, so I'm really happy with that. I can now finally continue studying. I'm going to be taking 2 exams and I'll have my thesis, so there are going to be a lot of deadlines in the next couple of weeks. Now the end is really in sight. It's such a crazy idea that I'm almost done. So I'm going to savor it, but I'm also really ready to be done because I've been working at this for 4 years. I'm really ready to graduate. So let's study for my last exams and I'll see you soon. I'm standing because we're going to be reorganizing my bookshelves. I currently have 2 shelves of books that do not have a place to go yet on my bookshelves. So we're going to be doing some reorganization, and while I'm doing that I'm going to be listening to the audiobook of Howl's Moving Castle. I'm currently over 100 pages in. So about 1/3, I would say. We're going to be making some space for the books down here. Most of these books, I'll show you them in a minute. Most of these books I got in Paris or recently bought, so they don't have a place yet on my bookshelves. So that is going to change today. So let's get started. Okay, so here are all the books that do not have a place yet. This was crocheted by my sister, so that is definitely staying. But these are the books I bought in Paris. This is my TBR for November. So these are all the books that need to be going into these shelves. Okay, I think I figured out how I want to do my books, so let me show you. Okay, this first shelf kind of stayed the same. It's just classics, and then over here are all the like black books that I have. So I've now made a pile of the penguin classics with the white spine, and then here with the orange penguin, and then here are some other books that have primarily black on the cover. Then here I have some more classics, some more penguin classics, and then here my Oxford classics. And then here to the right we have mostly fantasy. Then down here we have some more classics, also some modern classics, and then some books that kind of had the same height. So we have some classics as well, booktok books. I think this is historical fiction, another classic. And then here we have mostly some contemporary books and booktok books. And then lastly we have some books that I was still debating on getting rid of, and then non-fiction, and then young adult / middle grade. And then the shelf on the right, except for my dictionaries, it's completely empty, so there's still space for something else or for new books in the future. So this is how my bookshelves look now, and every book fits. Hi, welcome back. Actually, you're still watching the same video, but I've been sick for a week. So now I'm back and I have finished, that's the back, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. I have done it. This insane beast of a book I finished. It's over 1,000 pages and it did feel like 1,000 pages, which is not a good sign, but I just want to talk to you about it. This book is about magic, and it's about magic in England, and how to use it, when to use it, and who gets to use it. It really feels like an encyclopedia. The footnotes are really long and extensive. Susanna Clarke has clearly done her research, which was the most impressive thing about this book for me. I loved how historically accurate it was while also implementing the magical elements. Okay, so a quick synopsis about this book. Johnson Strange and Mr. Norrell is a historical fiction about England in the time of Napoleon. I loved this part about it. I loved how historically accurate it was. I loved seeing Johnson Strange travel to these places in Europe that I know and have been. That was so fun to read. It's just the only thing I wondered after finishing the book was what was the relevance to the book, because when I think about it right now, you could just delete the Napoleon, the war parts, and nothing about the book would be different, which is such a shame to me. I would have loved it if it was implemented more into the story. I really enjoyed reading about them, and I loved how much research was put into them. It's just, it moved the plot almost no further, which was such a shame. When there's such cliffhangers and mysteries going on, chapters that don't move the plot forward just really starts to drag. And seeing Johnson Strange go to war multiple times and nothing happening to the plot was just kind of getting boring. So that is my main critique of the book. It does start to drag. It really feels like you're reading 1,000 pages, which is kind of a shame. I really enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the storyline. I loved the writing. I loved the dedication, the research, the historical accuracy. I thought it was a phenomenal book, and to think that this was a debut novel is completely insane to me. It was so well done. I feel like this is definitely a dark academia. It had so much commentary on education and who should be able to give education, who should be able to receive education, what should we educate people. There was such a nice discussion about that in this book, so I would definitely classify this as a dark academia. I would say the only critique that I could have is that it drags sometimes, so I would give this book 4 stars. I'm really happy that I read it. I almost forgot to say the ending. Heartbreaking. I'm so upset that they have you read about characters for 1,000 pages long and then do such a devastating ending. I do feel like it's justified, it's reasonable. I feel like another ending would have been it would have been too easy. So I understand that choice, I respect the choice, but it's left me heartbroken. I have been devastated about the ending. I'm also very sad to leave this world behind, because I have been reading this book every morning for 2 months, and now I have to leave it behind. That has been so difficult. So yeah, I'm feeling conflicted about this, but that is Johnson Strange and Mr. Norrell. Okay, that is so satisfying to do. Now, I believe I did tell you that I started Howl's Moving Castle. Let me grab it. I've been really enjoying this. It's been so cute and so fun. It's been really different from the animated version. Just a lot of the plot was cut in the movie. A lot of the background information has been cut from the movie as well, which I especially noticed because when I watched Howl's Moving Castle for the first time, I didn't understand anything about the plot. I think I described it as I thought I was being dropped into season 5 of a series and I didn't understand anything that was going on. But then I read a bit more about the plot and I watched it again and I could appreciate the storyline much more. But yeah, a lot of things are kind of out of the blue. They don't make sense. There's not a lot of introduction in the movie, and that background is given a lot more in the book. So I really enjoyed that. A lot of the characters and scenes have been cut from the movie. So the book is very different, but the main difference beside the plot is the character of Howl, which I wasn't expecting. Howl is such a drama queen in this book. He is the most dramatic character I have ever read about. And also there is not really any romance between Howl and Sophie. I mean, I haven't noticed it yet. I don't know if much of that relationship was made up for the movie or if it's still yet to come, but currently there's not much romance going on between Howl and Sophie. I know there's a second and a third book. So I'm really hoping that most of the questions get answered in this book and not left as a cliffhanger for the next one. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's so cute and wholesome and fun. The audiobook is really great. The accents that she puts on are really well done and funny. And yeah, there are a couple of chapters where Howl is sick, which was too true for me. I was there laying sick in bed listening to that audiobook of Howl being sick, and it was just too relatable. So I've been having a great time. I think I'm gonna finish it today, maybe tomorrow. I'm almost done with it. Now I'm actually done with Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. I am going to start with Anna Karenina. I already took it out of my shelves because I've already tabbing each 50 pages so I can kind of keep track of how fast I'm going to read it. But I said that I don't want to read two big books at the same time, and now I finished Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. I can start with Anna Karenina, which I'm really excited about. I'm not going to do that in this vlog. There's going to be a separate reading vlog for Anna Karenina. Okay, I've been ranting for way too long, so I'm going to shut up and I'm going to continue reading Howl's Moving Castle. Okay, after hearing the audiobook narrator say it like that, I just can't get it out of my mind. So from now on forward, it's going to be Howl's Moving Castle. I'm really gonna shut up now, and I'll see you later. Now, if you're wondering why my eyes are looking like this, you probably don't, but I just cried an hour in therapy, so you should try that sometimes. Okay, hi, I just finished Howl's Moving Castle, and I thought this was such a wonderful read. It's so cozy, it's so heartwarming, and I thought the ending was very magical. I loved listening to the audiobook of this one. I'm not sure who narrates it, but she did an amazing job at giving the characters each a unique voice. It was a very fun experience, so I would highly recommend that you read this book. The only critique I want to give is that the storyline was a little bit messy sometimes, and I felt like the pacing was a little off. I mean, a lot of the conflicts that get introduced in the first chapter only get resolved in the last chapter. So all those chapters in between are a little bit slow paced, and they don't give you many answers. So I was kind of waiting the whole time for some answers, and you only get them in the last chapter. So that's the only thing that I would say is not my favorite. I think my expectations were of course very high because of the anime, because in the anime the storyline gets cut down a lot of the characters get cut, a lot of the background information is left out, and that means the story goes way quicker, it's way more fast-paced, but you also miss out on a lot of backstory and a lot of character building, which we did have in the book. But I did feel like the storyline was a little bit messy, so I think I would give it 3 stars. I really look for a good storyline, a good plot, and good character building in books, and this book is primarily just vibes. I think that's also why it works so well for the anime, because the anime really conveys that beauty really well. In my opinion, the storyline gets a little bit lost in that. They try to make Howl and Sophie become romantically involved, but I really feel like they were just friends. They didn't have any romance. Yeah, I just felt like they would have been way better friends than lovers. So I'm not sure what happened there. So that was Howl's Moving Castle. What am I going to read next? Okay, I was planning on reading The Dollmaker of Krakow next. This is a very wintry read, so I think it's perfect for December, but I will start this in a new reading vlog. So for now, I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.